title and thumbnail. You can't make a bet on that, but you can bet on sports with DraftKings. If you're a sports fan, you already know it's about to go down, and it's the last weekend of the year to get your bets in on football. I'm teaming up with DraftKings, and right now is the perfect time to take your shot at the crowd. DraftKings is giving all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly when they place their first $5 bet on anything. There's no time like the present. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using my promo code $2K. You heard it right. New customers who bet just $5 will instantly get $200 in bonus bets. If you're wondering what you can use your bonus bets on, try combining multiple bets together from Super Bowl 58 or a shot at an even bigger payout. If you already signed up for DraftKings like me, you can make a bet on Super Bowl 58 and get a bonus bet back. This way you'll get a bonus bet back in the amount of your initial wager. Max rewards lists vary. If sports betting isn't available in your state yet, don't worry. You can still get in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy, where you have a shot at winning cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers that use my promo code $2K and bet just $5 on any wager will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code $2K only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. If you remember last year's version of this vid and what I said about the Celtics, it's a lot of these same sentiments just pushed up by a year. I wondered if they couldn't go all the way, how many more chances would the front office hand out? I mean, was working up the right tree. After coming within a hair of being swept in the conference finals, then ultimately won against them. The first big shoe drop when they traded Marcus Smart, I always assumed would be a Celtic lifer. Anyways, after throwing Drew and Porzingis in the fold, I'm just not even sure how much else you can realistically do surrounding Tatum Brown. Wilson is rumored to be in market for roster improvements, and I'm curious what those trades are like if they exist at all. If you can't tell by my tone, yeah, pretty much to the tune in 2024. Porzingis will allegedly give up one big help from this, which is a fairly sizable hit. But then Drew Holiday has a clear option for next season, and that's it. He's also not getting any younger. There's not a single no team running it back with him regardless.
Guess who's back?
Sure. Now, I guess, looking back at the players, team organization shouldn't have at least been in the 2023 finals, and they've also already lost a very winnable ring in 2018. It's simply about finishing the job so we don't have to reapproach the whole crowd and say that also, I've got a whole documentary on the channel discussing the final drop and lack thereof, so give it a look for it. You can be understanding on the meaning of entertainment in general. At the if Boston does in fact reach the finals, probably will sing Milwaukee at some point, which, despite the nice record, haven't fully impressed anyone as much on the field, despite the of the trade. Rookies sitting at the second seat, to be honest, and spacing, along with another all-star, does just enough to keep me in contention, so I'm not really less discussing them. Although Dame obviously preferred to be sent elsewhere, he presented a good chance for him to actually win something. On my mark. After so many years of assuming he either retire and his prime to win something anywhere else, he will to be champions, shaping the Giannis will collect his second on my mark. It's nearly drunk. Which even so, he just releases the and probably more afterwards, just as if players such as the it's down your mind. Guys like Giannis have had it written that they retire with decorated resumes. Milwaukee has a franchise history, you know, year one of the Lillard experiment yielded 8 titles, which necessarily has built into the Oso that he got one as he ate in his sport and begins to look elsewhere. You lose this year, you got to be set in stone. 6 seasons with an option for 27. Out for a long time, however, as he still rebuilds the star players, it's very taken. If the situation on the future, now the mix at the time of this video, Los Angeles has only lost 5 games since December started. 2 of those coming when Kawhi was out. I'd say they seem pretty formidable, very possibly on the path to getting it done even. I also had a thought about that the other day. Imagine a world where Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and James Harden all become champions at the same time. 3 players very much like Lillard, who fans have become so accustomed to seeing fall short, it's just widely been assumed the rings would never come. So a 2024 title immediately creates multiple champions from our childhood simultaneously, which is a scenario I don't recall happening anytime in recent memory. You think about a squad such as the 06 Heat, where Antoine Walker, Gary Payton, and Alonzo Mourning finally got to the top. Okay, but they were near the end of their careers and mostly only support pieces by then. Here we're talking about present-day all-star talents and what's still a really good player in Westbrook. Let's not forget, here Kawhi also receives his 3rd ring with his 3rd different franchise, making him only the 5th player in NBA history to accomplish the feat. If he wins Finals MVP to go with it, he joins only LeBron James. Where would a resume like this put him on the all-time rankings given how weird his regular seasons have always been? For the franchise as a whole, they snapped probably the lengthiest and deadliest curse in sports, while also winning their first title in history on the way out the door from what's been their bigger brother's arena. However it ends, hopefully it ain't prematurely. Not only does James Harden have a player option, he's proven not to be the patient type once plans don't execute smoothly. The Denver Nuggets did everything by the books in 2023, meaning there's not much to discuss here. Have you noticed they might have the least controversial championship of your life? 2020, in my opinion, was the first time anyone marked them down as a credible threat to win. Then they traded for Aaron Gordon, which elevated the squad to legitimate contention. Unfortunately, Jamal Murray's injury shortly afterwards the opportunity away, delaying expectations until last season. Certain parties could not wait for Jokic to lose while sporting a healthy team behind him. Then it just didn't happen. Denver played and beat everybody you could have asked them to in the West before easily disposing of Miami. Where does it all leave them now? Well, there's just zero pressure, honestly. The league is highly competitive today, and teams rarely ever repeat, so if they fail, literally just run it back. If they don't, however, it becomes the first repeat of the 2020s, and only the 5th since the year 2000. Jokic will continue climbing up rankings, only to forget wherever he places his 2nd Finals MVP. And yeah, those are the teams this season for me. I'm a bit traumatized from the past of putting too many on the list, or flat out missing one like the Heat last year, which to be fair, like the 2022 Celtics, were pretty hard to see coming. But okay, if I had to do honorable mentions given there's been 2 straight years of unexpected late season runs, of course, Miami would absolutely love to finally get one under Jimmy Butler, though I just don't see how this is currently possible. Even if they fully repeat last year's Magic, where the records at this point in time are very close, by the way. The same way I said during last summer's Contenders video, I do not think they could actually win a series in the finals. So if they're able to squeeze one out before Jimmy Butler recovers anything and they have to figure out what to do after missing on Lillard, I'm sure they love that. But very, very unlikely, no matter what kind of switch they flip it in. Ooh, how about the Suns? Well, at least they finally got the big three rolling after all, where, if you haven't noticed, they've already surpassed the amount of games played by the Nets' big three. Mind you, this video is being made before the trade deadline, and as of right now, I don't think Phoenix could actually win a championship. It's fun to watch on offense. They look better as of late. I just don't see either side of the ball currently holding up against better and more complete teams in later rounds. Though, if they did get hot and healthy enough to survive till June, obviously it's huge for all 3 stars in the franchise. KD gets the 3rd and more respected title, and still officially haven't won something significant after years of mostly being entertaining scores. The organization could then rest easy knowing their method of going all out for it finally paid off. Since losing the finals and being humiliated by Luka, the front office has stopped at nothing to scale the mountain after coming so close. They've got time given the contracts, but you never know with KD's age and random pattern of injuries. And of course, you cannot forget about the current top 2 teams in the West. No, this isn't even one of those situations where I don't watch them, so I don't know where they actually are relative to their record and seeding. What I think about OKC and Minnesota in terms of this video's topic is very similar to how I felt about Memphis a year ago. To be very clear, not about playstyle, talent, none of the above. I think these are very good young teams who I'd be extremely surprised to see win this one. They just got here. Minnesota has successfully built upon the Gobert trade, which was a necessity given the price tag of the roster, and the Thunder are way higher than I thought they'd be in what have become their first playoff appearance. So yeah, if either squad wins this whole thing in basically their first year of having any taste of the top, they'd be in an unprecedented situation. Jet just got here and is going to keep getting better. J-Dub's going to get better. Like, winning a title at this point in their maturation would give each franchise house money moving forward. And maybe, especially as an OKC fan, you're hoping for that, given how once upon a time they had a young team grow up super fast, then never get back at all. Hell, Wolves fans too, I guess. You forget the Gobert trade was a win-now move, which potentially limited their future mobility. So, as young as the roster is, maybe they are wanting it as quick as possible, given they technically pushed Denver the hardest out of anyone a year ago. Still, I didn't think the Grizzlies could win it so early, and I feel the same for these teams. They're in a great place regardless. So you might have noticed this video is a couple of days outdated. The Cavaliers have since overtaken the Bucks in the standing. I had the Cavs in last year's video. Didn't really mention them here. I don't think that's a team that can actually win a championship series. I think they'll be fun in the playoffs. I think they'll be good. And of course, it'll be a dream because Donovan Mitchell's contract situation is very much coming up. There are a lot of interested parties. Still, even if you look at their last 15 games, a lot of the wins aren't against very impressive teams. I will acknowledge they've been injured themselves, and I'm impressed with the record that they've had despite dealing with everything they've dealt with. If I had them in a tier, it would be of the same young squad that they did in this video. I'd just be surprised if they win this one. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, also subscribe, and hit the bell next to my name if you want notifications every time a new video drops. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
On March 30th, North Carolina's #1 sports card and Pokemon show is headed your way. Explore with the extravagant explore over 150 creators with Pokemon, sports cards, sports memorabilia, and fun talk. In the most family-friendly environment you will be talking about for the week. Be sure to join us on March 30th. Sports Wax Promotions. The show is here.
Every new subject, every new class I take, I can then turn around and at work each day start to work those skills and that knowledge into my day-to-day. This is my comeback. Start yours at PurdueGlobal.edu.
Welcome to the Old Man of 3 with JJ Redick. This is episode 208. Win this game 26-6 for Anthony Davis on 7 of 11 shooting. He was in foul trouble most of the game. But nice performance from him. 21 for Rui Hachimura, 9 for 13 shooting. Lakers as a team shot 50.